Hey guys, this is Tyler Zombro with Tread Athletics, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about cutters and the pitch design process with this pitch. So thinking about cutters, variety of profiles that you can have with it. The first question I would ask is, how often are you throwing this pitch? Is it essentially becoming a primary fastball, or is it something off of the current fastball you're throwing? That's going to create a lot of distinction of where you want to go with this pitch. First scenario that I will talk about is an actual true swing and miss cutter profile. Traditionally what you're going to see with this pitch is you're going to be below 10 vertically and you're going to promote some glove side movement. So you're going to get to the left of the zero line for a right-handed pitcher. In the pitch design process, what I've seen success with a lot with guys is really just offsetting their four-seam fastball. So if you're a guy who feels comfortable just maybe sliding the ball briefly in your hand, get a little more middle finger pressure, you can create cut that way. Some other guys might have to create more of a slider feel for how they're manipulating that pitch. So if you're looking to get swing and misses and use this as an out pitch, would definitely say promoting more depth, getting below 10, even down below 5 vertically towards that slider category is going to be beneficial. A unique pitch is guys who utilize the cut with backspin. So Kenley Jansen being an example of a guy who utilizes a cut fastball, whether or not he identifies the pitch as that. Utilizing that cut with backspin can be really advantageous. Also, for guys who have low slot sinkers, utilizing cut up in the zone can be beneficial as well. So for instance, Josh Fleming is a guy who utilizes a sinker heavily, but has created a positive vert cutter profile to throw up in the zone. So now utilizing that cutter to expand a quadrant of the zone that typically this pitcher would not be going to. You don't think a ton about sinker ball or throwing the ball up in the zone, but if you can create a pitch like a cutter that can get you to that quadrant, can be very beneficial. If you're a guy who's trying to utilize that cutter up, staying behind the ball a bit more is probably a good cue for you to do that. You're really not trying to think a ton about the glove side movement. You're really just trying to think about maybe, micro movement in terms of going to the glove side. With cutters, again, if it is your primary fastball, that's more of a comfortability thing where you're trying to establish the flight of that pitch. I know there's a little bit of variability for if you want to land it in the zone for a strike versus when you're trying to expand it as a put away. Corbin Burns is a great example of that. He's a guy who manipulates that cutter to go backdoor to a lefty, can be a put away to a righty, front hip a righty. And really, I think a cutter is unique. It becomes a secondary offering that you can really utilize in all areas of the zone once you become really consistent with that. So general cutter grips that I see, again, taking the four seam, slightly offsetting it. You're seeing guys go out of like a modified slider grip. Really, there are a ton of ways that you can utilize it. I would say, again, with the cutter, you're just trying to see that offset four seam spin with a little bit of that glove side movement to it. The movement doesn't have to be a ton, which is a benefit of throwing this pitch. Again, based upon your arsenal, this pitch is going to look a little bit different. Just always keep in mind, am I trying to actually create whiffs with this pitch where I would need more depth? Or am I trying to just get off of my fastball like the sinker to cutters up in the zone example that I used? If you guys have found a lot of success with a cutter, let us know about it and how you got there, how you utilize it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.